Hi everyone, Carnivore Ron here. A couple days ago I pulled a family pack of T-bones out. They were dated the 31st of August of last year, so that's about 6 weeks short of a year. I'm going to go and cook them up today, I like cooking on the grill, especially steaks, like T-bones. Sometimes, like you can see the little water there, it rained earlier during the night, and sometimes the igniters don't want to spark when it's wet. So I have a lighter there with me that if one or two of the burners don't light, I help them out with a lighter there. That last one's a little bit hard to get in the right position, but I got it. There we go. And so I'm going to open the pack of steaks and put them on. I cook them for about 10 minutes. They're a good inch thick. Actually, the 3 T-bones that are in the family pack weigh almost 4 pounds. So they're more than a pound, and I usually try to eat about a pound or less of meat a day to lose weight. And that also lately I've been trying to incorporate more fat, and T-bones tend to be on the lean side. So I'm probably going to eat about two-thirds of one of those T-bones. Leave the other third for my wife to have with her dinner. She'll go and cook some rice and some vegetables and fruit that she normally has. She's eats Filipino style, generally speaking, so she does not have the weight issue that I've had my whole life. Anyway, there I am seasoning. I'll season both sides, and then I'm going to flip it over. I usually flip the steaks about 3 to 5 times. I think they sear nice, but I also think that they tend to be a little juicier and more tender when you flip them more often. Again, that's just the way I feel. The technique I guess I developed over the years. It's just my thoughts on it. Other people have their own way of cooking them, and that's fine. Everybody should prepare their meals the way they like them. Like I said before, I've been trying to incorporate more fat, so I have a stick of butter kept at room temperature beside the plate there, and I always keep a stick at room temperature so that it's easy to cut and deal with. Anyway, you can tell from the editing here that I cut the time down, keep the video down to, it looks like about 8 minutes or so. But the actual grilling time, I think I said before, was 10 minutes. I was talking about, I've always been through my life as a fat person, so being I'm around 275 right now, or 276. Actually, I'm right on the edge of being 275 this morning. I got a few more pounds to go before I hit the minus 200 pound mark from my highest point. But in spite of my weight, I always got around pretty well until I got into my early 60s. I started having problems, and they just kept getting worse. That's one of the reasons that I thought I'd give this diet a try. And it's the first diet I've ever tried that actually has worked. I've been on a lot of them. But I was going to talk a little bit about relationships that I've had. My first wife really had no respect for me whatsoever. I think she married me because I had a business and I had a home, and she kind of mooched off of me, or welched off of, whatever term you want to use. And she really admitted that she had no respect for me. until the day that I went and said to her, I filed for divorce. She admitted that that's when she gained respect for me. Well, too little, too late. I had 5 years between marriages. I was lucky I found a second wife who didn't hold those type of feelings. And actually, I was going to tell you about a date that I was on. I recalled during those 5-year period, I had quite a few dates, a lot of first dates, very few second dates, or even I did have one short-term relationship during that time. But I'll tell you about that in another video. One of the things that I recalled about this lady, she was a nurse. I drove about 45 miles one direction to have a date with her. We went to dinner. I thought it was a pleasant date. I thought things went well. I called for a second date, and she said, basically she said, no thank you. She said, well, you have a bit of a limp. And I was thinking to myself, you know, I know guys that are in wheelchairs or that need braces and have a lot of problem getting around, and they have some of the prettiest girlfriends. And I said, so, I said, you know, I thought to myself, oh, that's a real good reason not to pursue a relationship, because somebody has a slight limp, which actually I don't think I had a limp even. I didn't notice it, but she did. So that was her criteria, I guess. That's what she was looking for. I don't know if she ever found the perfect male specimen that she had in mind, because I found that a lot with women. You know, but everybody needs to pursue what they want to make them happy. You know, she was, I would say, no prize, no raving beauty. She was okay looking, but anyway, the steaks are done, and I'm talking too much about that. I'm lucky I found someone in my life who doesn't think that way. And I know she's very happy for me that I'm losing the weight. So, like I say, I'm going to have about 2/3 of one of those steaks for my meal. The other ones I will save for the next 2 days. I will add some butter. I want to get a little more fat. Especially T-bones are very lean in general. They're not like ribeyes. Anyway, that's, I think I'm just going to settle down here and have my breakfast. You guys just have a great day. I think I'm just going to cut the video off here, and I'm going to pour my tea here and sit down and just tell you all just to have a great day. Keep on carnivoring if that's what you're doing. And I will talk to you next time.